Western Australia may not have the breeding population of New South Wales or Victoria, but it's a state that punches above its weight in terms of winners produced and stallion power. Eddie Rigg's Geisel Park is a burgeoning WA operation, home to exciting sires Aysar and Winning Rupert and stalwart stallions Manhattan Rain and All American. Geisel Park is an outstanding looking property here in Western Australia. Been here since 1846, was formerly owned by Lieutenant General Sir Henry Bunbury. Of course, Bunbury is not too far away. Eddie and Kylie Rigg bought it in 2007. So close to the coast, but it has this beautiful, almost New Zealand soil.
It's a terrific property, beautiful for raising horses and growing horses on. The soils that we have here is, yeah, as you've touched to, it's almost New Zealand. Like for me, it's a touch of home, touch of the home country in Ireland over here. Beautiful green pastures, and we're quite labour intensive with what we do here on the farm. We try and reseed at least 2/3 of the property every year, and because we've got such really rich soils and the environment's just beautiful, we can really do that, and we're really focused on trying to put the best in to get the best out is what our game is here. And yeah, we couldn't be happier with the property itself, and Eddie and Kylie have just done a tremendous job since they purchased it in 2007 and just completely transformed the property into what it is today. So it's fantastic.
And the name Geisel Park, named after Dr. Seuss, the great children's author, was Theodore Seuss Geisel. Tell us about that, and some of the racing names that Eddie and the team have named have been following Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, Eddie's quite a character. He's a jovial character, all right, and he wanted a theme, and one of the themes that he came up with was with Dr. Seuss, and yeah, we've had quite a bit of success with the Dr. Seuss theme. Beppo-Nabungus, Foddle-de-Doddle, a few of those horses that have raced for us. Race caller's nightmare, a few of them, so there have been, but we sort of ran the well a little bit dry on Dr. Seuss, so we've moved on to the next one, which is the Castle. So there'll be a few, for those Castle fans out there, a few quotes and lines that'll be worth looking into.
Very good. And of course, Western Australia, you know, the WA breeders have a real knack for picking stallions that really work over here. A stallion that works here often produces generations of success.
We can compete anywhere in the country, and that is a testament to the breeders and what they're doing. The due diligence that they're doing when they're selecting their stallions, selecting their brood mares, selecting the crosses, not only just on cross and pedigree but type. It's a testament to everyone within the state that we have really diversified and kicked off, and we've got to ourselves to a really strong position and continue to be going in the right direction, which is a credit to everyone.
Well, starting looking at Aysar, I just love this horse. He's the deep-field half-brother to Home Affairs. His dam is a half-sister to Russian Revolution, and there is a Western Australian syndicate involved, but Leneva Park is sending mares as well and still involved. And we know he was so close in Ole Kirk's Caulfield Guineas. He won the Chautauqua Stakes then as a 5-year-old, trained by the Hayes team, and first book last year, 89 mares. He's such a character, as I said. I mean, he really bounces around, and he thinks he's the man. He's been a special horse from day one, hasn't he?
He has. The first time I saw him was in Victoria last year, prior to coming to us, and he was a really eye-catching horse then, and that was fresh off the track. He got across here and he just blossomed. The stallion that we see today, he's really finishing into a tremendous horse, which we knew he would, but he's just such a quirky horse, and he's got all the attributes to be a really successful stallion going forward. You know, he was really well performed on the track, desperately unlucky not to be Group 1 winner, and probably the silver lining for us there is if he wins that Group 1, he doesn't stand in West Australia and give us an opportunity to get into a family as good as his. You look at the page, and his dam being a half to Russian Revolution, who just continues to knock it out of the park, and of course Aysar himself being a half to Home Affairs, who the world's his oyster. So look, the support that he achieved last year with a lot of the West Australian breeders and the likes of Leneva Park and Lindsay Park, who've held an interest as well, has been terrific. The quality of the mares that he covered, well-performed mares on the track, and good quality stakes producing mares, which is really, really key, obviously for any stallion, but to be getting one off the ground in his first year, to be getting that quality of mare is really, really good. So that speaks volumes of the stallion himself. As a physical, what a specimen. He just catches your eye. He's got that presence about him, he's got that look about him. He's just such an imposing, beautiful horse. Fantastic to work with. In the breeding barn, his fertility is absolutely smashing. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with the horse. He's just ticking all the boxes, and really looking forward to the next few months when his first lot of progeny hit the ground. And if he stamps them like himself, well, the world's his oyster as well.
And of course he's joined by Winning Rupert. Now he has a bit of a star over here in Rockin' Rupert as well, but his great claim to fame, obviously, you know, nationally, is the wonderful Semana, who won the Triscay Stakes at Randwick, second in the Coolmore Classic, third in the Group 1 Queen of the Turf, and then an outstanding second to the superstar Bella Nipotina in the Tats Tiara. And what a great asset now he's over here in the West to have those sorts of horses. Seonee is another one that are really shining his light on a national scene.
Seonee has done a fantastic job. Semana's been absolutely flying, but locally he's winning Rockin' Rupert, Rupert's Empire, so he's doing the job locally as well. 3 stakes performed horses this season. He's probably at a point now since coming over here in probably career best form as a stallion. So again, he's another horse that's got a really bright future coming here. The good thing about him, he was a 2-year-old himself and produces 2-year-olds. We've got one of the best bonus schemes in the country with the West Speed and West Speed Platinum. So you take those horses that can run early, can also train on, and you're getting those West Speed bonuses of up to $80,000 if you win a race on a Saturday. He's probably just behind Playing God in the standings as it stands at the moment, and for the service fee, the difference in service fee, you would be all over Winning Rupert every day of the week. All 4 stallions that we stand here are by champion sires. That was one of the points that we wanted. We wanted really a good, strong blood by top sires, and that was one of the things that we ticked upon. So to have Rupert here this year, again, it's really, really added depth to not only ourselves but to the state, and it gives people another option.
And of course Manhattan Rain is here too. It's wonderful to see him. And in Costa del Lago, half-brother to Redout's Choice. You know, as a racehorse, he beat the best there were going around.
Absolutely, and he can do that as a breed mare, as a sire as well. She Will Reign, winning the Golden Slipper, was just fantastic, and he's still doing it to this day. He's still throwing stakes, performed stakes quality horses. He's another stallion that can throw 2-year-olds, but throw you those stakes horses at the later end, and you pick up those bonuses along the way, and it's just terrific for everyone.
And of course, All American, probably one of the best looking animals bred by John Singleton. He's by the son of Roberto and Red Ransom, who's been such a huge stallion influence, from Milva, of course, a daughter of the champion, and that stunning horse in Strawberry Road. You see so much Strawberry Road in All American. He's had Yankee Rose, and you know, you don't realise the influence of these horses when they've been around for a while.
And you know, not just as a breed mare sire, All American still doing a terrific job at stud, even if he is getting into the twilight of his career. Still, to this day, he's producing stakes quality horses, and it's one of the key points on us bringing stallions by champions into the state. That was very, very important for us. With Aysar in particular, getting that exposure nice and early on the East Coast through the Leneva Park and through Lindsay Park and those guys, it's going to be hopefully a real stepping stone for him to bridge that eastern market over there and really kick off to success. If we can get him off the ground on the east and have him firing shots here in West Australia, the world is his oyster, and that was really one of the key things for us. You look at his pedigree and he's physically, it's just terrific, and yeah, if we can get him firing on all cylinders and off to a flying start in a couple of years' time, well, who knows where we are.